When I consciously assume that money flows to me, I am setting the stage for reality to follow. It is not a vague hope or wishful thinking. It is the deliberate act of knowing. I no longer wait for proof in the physical world before I believe. I believe first, and the physical world aligns. This assumption is not fragile or temporary. It is a steady state of mind, a decision I live from every day. I treat my assumption as a fact, and because I do, it becomes the framework upon which my life is built. I do not question whether it is possible, I simply accept that it is so. The more I dwell in the certainty of my assumption, the more the outer world rearranges itself to match it. Money becomes a natural part of my experience, not because I chase it, but because I have assumed it is mine. And this assumption, held with confidence and consistency, transforms from a thought into a tangible reality. To live in the end is to inhabit the feeling of the wish fulfilled right now, not someday in the future. I close the gap between desire and experience by stepping into the reality where it is already mine. I no longer approach life as someone hoping to receive money. I move as one who already lives in that state. Every action, every word, every inward thought reflects this completed reality. I do not check for signs or ask when it will come, because in my mind, it is already here. I see myself surrounded by abundance, engaging with life as if the flow of money is as natural as breathing. I let the emotions of security, ease, and freedom guide me, because they are the proof that I am already there. The outside world may take time to catch up, but within, I have already crossed the finish line. It is not pretending, it is choosing to dwell in the reality that I know to be true. Feeling is the invisible current that brings the unseen into form. It is not enough to simply say words or imagine pictures. It is the sensation they awaken within me that matters. When I feel the reality of having money, my entire being vibrates in harmony with that truth. The mind may create the image, but it is the heart that gives it life. A cold, lifeless thought hath no creative force, but a thought wrapped in genuine emotion becomes irresistible. When I allow myself to truly feel the relief, the gratitude, and the excitement of abundance, I have already set creation in motion. This feeling lingers, shaping my perceptions and guiding my actions in ways that align with my desire. It becomes the silent magnet that draws to me the people, opportunities, and circumstances that mirror my inner state. By dwelling in the feeling of already having what I want, I move beyond effort and into effortless reception. The revision of the past is the deliberate choice to reshape the memories that once limited me. I no longer treat the past as an unchangeable chain of events. I see it as clay, soft and ready to be molded by my imagination. When I think of moments where money was scarce or opportunities were missed, I rewrite them as stories of abundance and success. I step back into those scenes in my mind and experience them differently, feeling the joy and relief as if they had unfolded in my favor all along. I do not dwell on regret or loss, because in my consciousness, those events now carry new meanings that serve me. Each time I revise, I replace the old emotional charge with one that empowers me. The past no longer holds me captive, because the version I now remember is one where I have always been supported. This new memory becomes the foundation for my present state, and my present state shapes the future. By changing how I see my past, I naturally change the reality I step into. Inner speech is the quiet conversation I have with myself all day long, and it is the script my life follows. Every thought, every silent statement is a seed planted in the fertile soil of my mind. When I speak inwardly, as someone who is always receiving money, I am directing my reality toward that truth. I listen carefully to the words I tell myself, because they carry more power than anything spoken aloud. If my inner dialogue is filled with doubt or lack, I see it reflected in the world around me. But when my inner speech is rich with confidence, gratitude, and certainty, life responds in kind. I imagine others congratulating me. I hear my own voice celebrating abundance. And I let these sounds feel real. And I make it a habit to replace every limiting statement with one that affirms the life I choose. By persistently speaking abundance within, I create an outer world that cannot help but match it. Everything I experience in the outer world begins as a scene constructed in the mind. When I use my imagination with purpose, I am not escaping reality. I am designing it. I create vivid mental pictures of money flowing to me easily and often, letting them be as detailed as possible. I see the expressions on faces, feel the texture of the bills, hear the words of congratulations, and smell the scent of new beginnings. These imagined moments are more than daydreams. They are blueprints for the life I am calling into being. The more real they feel to me within, the faster they solidify in my outer world. I know that what I hold in imagination with faith will eventually become the stage upon which I live. By choosing to imagine abundance over lack, I give the creative force its direction and command it to serve me. Persistence despite appearances is the unwavering choice to remain loyal to my inner vision, no matter what the outer world shows me. Understand that the physical world is a delayed reflection, and it may still display remnants of my old beliefs. I do not allow temporary conditions to convince me that my desire is out of reach. Even if the bank account shows less, I hold fast to the truth that money is on its way to me now. I remind myself that the seed does not sprout the moment it is planted, yet I trust it is growing beneath the surface. I return to my desired state again and again, refusing to be swayed by fear or doubt. Every time I reaffirm my vision, I strengthen its hold over my reality. I know that appearances are only shadows of past thoughts, and they have no power unless I give it to them. By persisting in the feeling of abundance, I compel the outer world to eventually align with it. Identity shift is the decision to become, in consciousness, the version of myself who already lives the reality I desire. Stop thinking like someone waiting for money to arrive and begin thinking as the person who naturally receives it. I adopt the beliefs, attitudes, and behaviors that match this new version of me. I see myself as prosperous, worthy, and capable, and I allow that self-picture to guide every choice I make. The old identity, built on limitation or struggle, loses its grip the more I embody this new one. I no longer relate to stories of lack because they do not belong to the person I have become. My words, posture, and energy reflect someone who is financially supported at all times. This identity feels natural because I have accepted it as the truth of who I am. From this place, receiving money is no longer an event to hope for. It is simply who I am. Gratitude is the energy that draws more of what I love into my life. When I appreciate the money I already have, no matter the amount, I open the door for more to flow in. I treat every coin, every note, every unexpected blessing as a signal that abundance is my natural state. The more I notice and give thanks, the more reasons I find to feel this way. Gratitude shifts my focus from what is missing to what is present, and in doing so, it amplifies my sense of wealth. It is not a passive feeling, it is an active state of receiving with joy. When I thank the unseen for the money that is coming, I set myself in harmony with it. This harmony acts like a magnet, pulling matching experiences into my world. With every breath of gratitude, I align myself with the endless stream of abundance already flowing toward me. Money as a natural friend means I see it as something familiar, supportive, and always welcome in my life. I release the old belief that money is hard to get or quick to leave. Instead, I treat it as a trusted companion that enjoys being in my company. I speak kindly about it. I think of it with warmth. and I expect it to visit often. I no longer chase or cling to it, because just like a true friend, it comes willingly when I value the relationship. I trust that it shows up at the right time and in the right way, always meeting my needs and desires. Its presence feels comfortable and natural, not rare or extraordinary. The more I view money as a friend, the more effortlessly it flows into my life. It becomes a constant part of my world, staying close because it knows it belongs with me. Money is not a stranger to me. It is a constant expression of the abundance that already exists within me. I no longer wait for proof, no longer question how or when it will come. I live in the certainty that it flows to me freely, continuously, and in ever-increasing ways. My imagination shapes it, my feelings attract it, my persistence secures it, and my gratitude multiplies it. I firmly believe that each is girdled by its own aspirations. This is not chance. It is the natural result of who I have chosen to be. I am the one who receives money again and again because that is the truth I have claimed and made my own.